Good news, good news, good news indeed. I have found some really important street art. Now just behind me is the Chao Phraya River, and here are two really important pieces of street art. The bicycle, and on the opposite side, two elephants. The BUKRUK art festival. There's been two of them here in Bangkok. First one was in 2013. So the first one was in 2013, and the second one was in 2016. And the BUKRUK festival, the word actually literally means invasion. And this is these events. Some street artists from all over the world were invited here to Bangkok to create some impressive installations. So these are two amazing installations that were created as part of the BUKRUK Art Festival. So this artwork here is by Aryz. He's a Spanish artist, and it was done in muted colors. Now if you look closely, you'll see two massive bicycles, and they're considered deconstructed bicycles. And then down below you'll see really small people. So it's interesting, that contrast between the really large deconstructed bicycles and the really small people here. Now they were painted in, when it was actually painted, it was painted in muted colors, and it actually blends really nicely into the cityscape. Now this is getting on a bit. This is nearly 10 years old now, and it's actually, you can see it's actually really like become part of that wall. It seems like it really belongs on that wall, that canvas that it was actually painted onto. But if you compare it to the colors that are around as well, it really blends in nicely. It actually, it looks like it actually belongs here. But also I like that kind of idea of the bicycle as well. The history here of this hustling, bustling place with the Chinese immigrants and the markets. There would have been a lot of pedal-powered machines going around too. So it seems to let that little tap to the history of the area as well. And the three gentlemen in the foreground as well, they have a historical reference. They're wearing kind of colonial style clothing. And the guy on the left here too looks like a more an official type of person, whether it's a policeman. And the two gentlemen on the right are kind of looking at him, are we going to get in trouble? That kind of a look, which I think most people have innately when they see a policeman. If they're driving on the road or see some police, they're like, oh, police, have I done anything wrong? It kind of looks like that. Tumbling Elephants. This is a mural by the artist R.O.A. R.O.A. is from Belgium, and he has a lot of these similar kind of pictures or murals that are done all over the world in a lot of major cities. Now, unique to R.O.A.'s styles is the black and white that he uses, but he also puts this, the painting seems to like defy logic. Like, the tumbling elephants here, kind of somehow seemingly suspended in air, balancing just on the head and the shoulder of that bottom one with a little bit of the trunk there to balance. It seems completely impossible for this to happen. So when you see it, it's like, whoa, that's unusual. Like, that's not how you usually see an elephant. And so this is unique to his style all over the world. It's this kind of an ironic view. Now, also what's unique to this style also is when R.O.A. does work, he uses he often features an animal that is unique to that place. So the elephant here, of course, elephant is ubiquitous with Thailand, and it's throughout history the elephants have a really significant place. Now, right up to today. So these elephants here, the concept is what's unique to R.O.A.'s style is that he puts animals back in their place. So he's putting this is a urban urban cityscape here with a lot of buildings and a lot of hustle and bustle where animals don't belong, where R.O.A's artwork is actually putting the animals back in their place, back to where they belong. So it's nice to have the elephants back here in the city. I like the top elephant there. He's just taking it so easy. It's just, he's like, yeah, you do all the hard work down below. I'll just take it easy up here. I really like this piece. This is wonderful. See one of the Garudas down there. That's a royal approved business. Now I'm just approaching the one of these intersections here. Now in these old cities, these old towns, what I've come to discover is these small little intersections kind of are so unique. They've got so many unique buildings. I'm just pointing one up here and then looking at the orange ones over here. And then those wood one down there that's built on some weird angle. So when you, and speaking of intersections, I don't even know what this is. Is it a roundabout? Is it a U-turn? Intersections are really unique. And there's a pier, an old pier that doesn't even seem to be in use anymore. Just down there. And the 7-Eleven here with loads of food stalls. Seems like you can park anywhere you like here as well. Of course, got to have a cool old Vespa. And then just really old unique shops as well. I don't know what that one sells. Look at this building here, it's 1 meter wide. 2 stories, 1 meter wide. Fascinating. These quaint shop houses here, 2-story shop houses, are very similar to what you'd find in Phuket Old Town. And also in Malaysia, in Penang as well. I like how they're all connected, and they all have the same colour, but just decked out with different types of shop down the bottom. But yeah, very picturesque, very nice. It's actually Soi 118 and it goes all the way to Sampang Market. So you can walk along this road all the way. It goes parallel to Chao Phraya River. And it's about 4-5 o'clock, and it's actually a public holiday today, so things are shutting up. The streets are fairly quiet at the moment, and that's the reason why. Just be sure to keep an eye out for the cool old Vespas. Now, I'm still trying to find some street art. Actually, I haven't had much success. I was sure this video, I've already burnt up one battery, expired one battery, and I've only seen really two significant big street art installations. So I'm not having much success with street art, but I am having a lot of success with just having a wonderful exploration. The impressive work by Aitch, and some dude's parked his car in front of it, but it actually kind of adds to the authenticity of it's not like behind us a glass plate in an art gallery. But I tell you what, if he had a passenger, I think the poor old passenger wouldn't have been able to get out of the door. He would have had to climb over the other side. Anyway, this is a work by Aitch. Aitch has some really, really impressive work. I'm actually a big fan. This one is, you can see it's like at the top there, it's starting to, the paint has already peeled off. But what's really striking about this piece, first of all, is how vibrant the colors are. Now it's interesting, like in context, just look at the colors that are around the surrounding area. This kind of aqua style, teal kind of color here, bluey color over there. So when you can put those two colors together, it's actually quite a nice little color combination. But then right next door is a beautiful temple as well, with all the golds and blues and reds as well. So this intersection here is actually quite colorful. So it actually fits. It's like it's in context here. It really seems like it fits. It looks like it actually belongs here. So this installation by Aitch was painted in 2016 as part of the BUKRUK Festival. It's heavily patterned with florals, floral design decked out with tiger and other striking, vivid imagery. So sadly the tiger is no longer, but you can see that was one of the central pieces at the top there, was with a big tiger. And some birds there, some fruit. So really natural imagery. Aitch is Romanian, and when she developed an interest for art and design in high school, and then furthered her study at university. Now when she was at university studying visual arts, she was offered an opportunity to experiment with a variety of media and techniques as well. So she explored ink, printing with lino, acrylics on wood, and she through this exploration, she discovered that she actually liked them all. They've all got their unique characteristics, so she stuck with them all. She didn't really branch off and focus on one media or technique in particular. Interestingly, after she graduated from the Fine Arts College, she landed a plum job at a really famous and groundbreaking art agency called Leo Burnett. That job lasted 3 days and then she left, she quit. I like here, there's a quote here from Aitch. My main sources of inspiration are nature and traveling. By visiting and living in different corners of the world, I'm exposed to the culture and aesthetics of those places. I ultimately try to express all of this information through a wistful, distinct filter of my own, and she definitely has done that here with this beautiful pink installation. What's the secret of her success? She says here she has the Eastern European heritage, but she moves somewhere new every 2 years. She has an affinity for synthesizing all pretty things that cross her path. I'm really inspired by her and her artwork. I really love that stuff.